not looking good. Boris is looking great. He is making his way back, trying to break his spirit, taking all his throws, but that clearly doesn't do too much. It just resets Roach. Tech, go back off, punish. Oh yeah, you're hitting that parry. The pain tree moves. That's a good balance there. Even though the button is still active, he would have had enough speed for that. Watch out. Finish the job. He doesn't. I don't think it's gonna happen.
It's gonna happen, bro. It's gonna happen.
He still fights. He'll be forced to do pre-touch, but it's working because Toxic didn't take it. He's good.
Welcome. So I entered the first ever North American Bleach Rebirth of Souls tournament on PC, and I placed third. And I did that with Kisuke Urahara. Full disclaimer, I am in no way a fighting game pro. I'm not even part of the FGC in any meaningful way, really. I've never played a fighting game tournament in my life, so this was the first time, and so it was very cool to actually place third, of course. That being said, I'm going to show the matches here on screen. We're going to take a look at some of the highlights and some of the lowlights. I'm not going to show full matches. The video would be too long. At the end of the video, I'll also go into training mode and show you some of the situations that I ended up labbing and finding solutions to. During the tournament, I was overwhelmed by some of these things. After the fact, I ended up finding pretty good solutions with Kisuke against those specific strategies. So, of course, hindsight is 2020. I probably should have done that labbing before I actually played the tournament. But hey, it is what it is. I'm still pretty happy with the results, and I got exponentially better because of this. So we could take a look at this match here. This is Toxic OG against Toxic OG, who's on the Halibel. I ended up losing the first round of the set, basically the first match of the set. And so they went up 1-0 against me. And then we ended up coming back and winning 2-1. Now, I do want to give a shout out to Toxic OG here. We ended up playing a match, basically a scrimmage, I guess, before the official match. We didn't know that, unbeknownst to both of us. We thought we could just register the results, but it didn't count because it wasn't officially started. And Toxic OG actually won that first sort of scrimmage we did 2-1. But then it didn't count because it wasn't official. And then I ended up winning the official match 2-1 because I adapted to how he played in that sort of scrimmage that we did, basically. I kind of got the download on him, in other words. That being said, I did feel pretty bad about that. I did announce that Toxic had won the scrimmage, but the official said it didn't count, so then I ended up winning the official match. To be fair, I guess the same argument could be made, though. Toxic OG did play me as well, and they could have gotten the download on me too. So it is what it is. I think we were fairly evenly matched in any case, so they won one of the sets 2-1. I won the other set 2-1, so it could have gone either way, I guess, in the end. But anyways, so shout out to Halibel, Toxic OG's Halibel, I want to say. Very good player. Caught me off guard with the SP2s. A couple of times I was kind of raging when that happened, because I almost did so much damage that almost won them the game. Like, honestly, getting hit by that thing is so brutal. And some of the matches were a bit laggy, so at some points you kind of see us just look like we're testing each other still. We're really not. We're just lagging. The inputs aren't going in, so we're just waiting for the stuttering to stop, basically, and for the connection to stabilize a little bit before we start moving towards each other and start taking risks. Obviously, it's a tournament setting. We don't want to take unnecessary risks, especially when it's kind of choppy and there's some turbulence, so to speak, in the connection. But anyway, so here I ended up taking the first set of stocks here. My whole strategy is to get a two kill win, basically. So I want to take 4 and 5 most of the time with Kisuke. And I'm trying to reset as much as I can. Against Halibel, I'm using the counter as well. The Blood Shield, as you saw in the intro of the video, is super useful. So I'm basically trying to do that, and I'm trying to install mid combo. I never really want to install outside of that, because I want to be sure that I get at least some utility out of the install. So that's why I'm always doing it after a regular light chain, basically. I'm always installing there. Okay, so over there she popped yellow bubble, Halibel popped yellow bubble. That was not good. I think that was a mistake. I don't know if Toxic OG meant to do that, but that was obviously what won me this game, in my opinion. Because they lost all of their resources, and here I could just set up, or soon I could set up. And you're gonna see the Blood Shield come in here. As soon as I see Halibel basically doing that skating thing that they do, like this, yeah, I pop the blood shield, and now it's my turn again. So it's a really, really effective way to steal the turn, and then I could go into install and start doing my combo. Over there I slide, I predict the grab, backstep, so it works out perfectly, then I can punish that. Now I can go into a mix-up, and here I have my SP1. I was trying to load that whole time so I could do Benihime again, and now I could continue the combo. I could extend Hakugeki, wait a little bit, get a full reset on my combo, and do it again. At this point I'm watching their bar, I'm trying to hit sublimation. It's not happening yet. Even the announcer here is going like, it's not gonna happen, it's not gonna happen, and I just yell, it's gonna happen, bro. And it does. So I get them to one shot here, and now I'm still waiting. I need them to hit me, basically. They do. It does get a little dicey because they actually end up healing after this. But anyway, so they get this kill, so I get sublimation, and now I can basically take 5 stocks off of them, right? So that's the whole play that I was waiting for. It took a bit longer than I would have liked, to be honest with you, but it did work out in the end. It would have been nice if I had gotten it on that combo, but anyways, I was just like 1 millimeter away. So now they pop this healing, and watch this. This is absurd. I was so sure that I would have won there, but that white bubble saved their life. And here I almost lose my cool because I drop my combo and I get SP2'd. Oh my god, like at this point I just lost half my health bar off of 1 SP2. But anyways, we got it. All's good. Anyways, so we won this game here, and we went up. Well, we didn't go up. We tied it 1-1, and then we went to game 3. Game 3 was a bit less hectic. I think I do get hit by an SP2 again. So those Hail Mary SP2s by Halibel with the invincibility frames that they get, I mean, it's brutal, man. It takes so much health bar away from you. But anyways, this is the ending of the last game of the set. So I'm leading 5-4 here. Again, my goal is to just get them into lethal range, basically into the red, and just get a Hakugeki at this point. I install here. I have a pretty good combo. I even have full reverse, so this is great, but I miss my dash there. That's going to happen a lot, especially with weird connectivity on PC. The dash inputs just somehow disappear sometimes, but anyways, we still ended up getting it luckily here. I kind of improvised this combo. It worked out though. So I extended here with the flash step, and now my goal is to just catch them off guard. Boom, I get it, and it's over. Basically, I can just do a heavy combo there and end it. That was really dicey. After that first SP1, what I wanted to do is dash light, like I always do. It's the same combo I do every time, but sometimes online that dash input just gets eaten and you end up standing in place and quick attacking. So that's really terrible. And that's how I ended up dropping the combo, but it worked out anyways because then I got another dash light to catch them off guard. Basically went into a grab mix up, went into heavy, into my SP1, and finally got it. Now this is the winner's final. Not the grand final, the winner's final. This is against MrMoo's Renji. Again, shout out MrMoo, who ended up winning the whole thing, by the way. I knew about his Renji because he actually played me before this. A few days before the tournament, we actually just had a few friendly games. And so I kind of knew, again, I kind of had the download on his Renji. Even though he definitely has a download on my Kisuke as well. But I kind of knew how to counterplay this. I knew that my objective going into this was to try to take stocks as quickly as I could. Oh, first of all, awaken and then take stocks as quickly as I could. And then during the Bankai, my whole sort of MO was to approach him, guard as much as I could, and then use my counter, my blood shield, to get him low enough so that when the Bankai ends, I could just poke from a distance, get in, and finish it. And that's exactly what happened. It was a very Kisuke lore accurate strategy, and it ended up working out basically for me. So here I'm kind of leading pretty hard, and all I want is that advantage, which I end up getting. At this point they pop Bankai, so MrMoo pops Bankai. I could take 5 stocks, I'm in sublimation, he can take 4 stocks from me. You can see how low my guard is. Renji has insane guard pressure. At this point I'm just blocking. I'm going to let him take the guard. No problem. I know he's very low, so I want a blood shield after this. Here we go. So I stand up, and I'm going to blood shield, just get him even lower, just to make sure. There we go, this is it. So now if the Bankai ends, he's going to be in that weakened state, and I'm just looking to poke. Here we go. Boom. And I'm in. That's it. So we go up 1-0 against MrMoo here. And this is exactly where everything goes downhill. So MrMoo is an excellent Nell player, and so from here MrMoo switched over to Nell off of Renji, and I basically got my ass kicked. It was a huge knowledge gap. I mean, He just knows so much about this game, and knows exactly when to sort of take advantage, or when they have advantage, basically when Nell has advantage against me, and knows exactly when to press me, when to back off, when to, like, just everything is just perfect when MrMoo plays Nell. So I was completely overwhelmed at this point. I really felt like giving up, I'm not gonna lie. This is my first tournament, excuse me. It was so stressful. And then playing against such an oppressive Nell player, even though I was kind of like, I was doing okay initially, but as the game went on and MrMoo kind of kept getting downloads on me, no matter how much I adjusted, it just became so overwhelming. It felt like MrMoo was literally living in my head rent-free at this point. So I completely just lost. There's nothing I could do. I felt like I couldn't even move. I was totally overwhelmed. And I didn't know anything about when I could take a turn back from Nell, which is what we then ended up labbing, which is what I'm going to show you at the end of the video. But basically, this is kind of how it goes with Nell. Like, insane guard pressure. MrMoo is just really good at reading me as well, knows exactly when I'm going to try to punish, and so they capitalize off of that with perfect flash steps, so on and so forth, guard breaks. They know exactly what I'm going to do and when I'm going to do it. So it's kind of wild. So yeah, MrMoo just kicking my butt right here. Even got a few SP2s because I just dashed into them. I didn't know the timing. I didn't know if I could hit Nell before it went off and stop it. Like, I have no idea how it worked. I did get a few good combos in, but it didn't matter. I mean, MrMoo was just way ahead of me. So even if I got a few Kompaku off of him, it just really didn't matter, to be honest with you. Which I did end up getting like 5 here, I think, but look at my health. I mean, I just put Nell into sublimation and basically gave them game. And MrMoo knew that, so there was nothing I could do. Basically, I was just completely outmatched here, completely knowledge gap. So shout out MrMoo. Definitely the best Nell player I've ever come across, and definitely deserving of the first place spot in this tournament. Shout out Kittyswag too, who I ended up, well, I beat Kittyswag in the first match in the winners bracket, and they went to losers bracket and had a crazy losers bracket run, and they ended up going to grand finals by beating me in the losers finals after I got sent there by MrMoo. This is what the last game looked like. It was just sort of a battle of attrition here. I just had to play defense at this point because I knew that there's only a couple of ways that Soi Fon could possibly open me up. I had a lead. They had to press me, and all I had to do was really defend, which is what I did. I felt so scummy after this that I literally just forfeited and let Kittyswag go to grand finals because I thought they deserved it. So yeah, and honestly, I just felt really bad doing this to Kittyswag. So shout out Kittyswag. Sorry I had to play this way, but yeah, it is what it is. I recognized it and I just gave you the win because that I did not have enough knowledge at the time to beat your Soi Fon without playing defensive like this, without turtling. Now I've labbed the situation, so I won't need to do this anymore, hopefully anyway. So there are counterplay options, tons of counterplay options against Soi Fon, so do not despair for those of you who have played against incredibly aggressive Soi Fon players. You can definitely get around them, you just have to know how. And again, hindsight is 2020. I should have labbed all of these scenarios prior to going into the tournament, but like I said, it is what it is. So anyway, so this is basically what it looked like. I'm gonna get the initiative back from Soi Fon here and put them in a combo, and basically the time is gonna run out. So that's kind of what happens here. I'm just trying to parry guard breaks and block the leap attack that Soi Fon's doing. So that thing, I'm just trying to block that and then parry the guard break. That's really all I'm doing. And whenever I can get an opening, I just take it and do a little bit of damage and just stall even more, basically. At this point, there's 12 seconds on the clock. I'm going to get a combo from them because they're out of resources. Here we go. There you go, perfect step. Just put them in a combo for the remainder of the 8 seconds, and then I end up winning, basically. I don't know if I could have won legit had we had more time. Maybe I would have gotten them to lethal, but it doesn't matter. It is what it is. After this, I just forfeited. So, okay, let's get into the lab here. We'll start off with Nell. I'm going to put the bot on random so it can do quick attack, flash attack, or breakers. And basically, what I realized is that if the way I initiate is with a dash light like this, I could basically just guard break through anything like this. I will always beat them out, no matter what they do. The worst that could possibly happen is that they parry my guard break, so they just tech the grab basically, and we get set back to neutral. You can only do this off of the one light attack, so you have to dash and do one light attack, otherwise it doesn't work. Now for Nell's sort of leap attack, the special flash, you could sidestep it, guard break, you could light attack, you could also do your blood shield. So there's so many options that I just did not know about, like everything you're seeing here. I mean, I just had no idea about this. So anyways, let's do Soi Fon here. The leap, you could blood shield it, you could light attack it, you could sidestep it. Like, yeah, I actually had so many defensive options that I just didn't think of on the fly because I was just so stressed and overwhelmed that I was just not, I wasn't there. I wasn't reading anything. So anyways, it is what it is. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm pretty happy with the placement. I'm going to be doing way more tournaments. If any of you are playing this game on PC, it's a lot better now. Please give it a shot again if you've stopped. Consider liking and subscribing if you enjoyed the video, and also stop by my Twitch stream or my YouTube stream. Let me know that you play on PC and we can play together. And I hope to see you in some tournaments if there are any in the future, and later. Thank you.